Guten Morgen. I'm Dan Negrea. I'm with the Cicor group for 1.5 years by now. My background is in engineering and then followed by some MBA courses and, well, whatever needs to be done to become able to manage a company. The new customers starting to develop wearable devices, they are confronted with a market which is already quite saturated for such devices. So, moving away from a Me Too device to a new type of device that provides good and valuable information can be in most cases underestimated in terms of cost, in terms of times for development, in terms of gathering of clinical data, which are absolutely mandatory for such devices, and of course in the underestimation of the documentation which is needed to get an approval. When we are talking about documentation, we are clearly focusing on the MDR for the European market, but also on the FDA on the other side. Cicor is one of the most valuable partners in overcoming this type of challenges. Why? Simply because we are developing this type of devices for 10 or more years. That means that based on this experience, you can start building up. Also, Cicor doesn't offer just development or just production, but it offers the complete package, starting from help with you in the area of requirements to the finding of the predicate devices, performing the complete development, and then, and this is the most interesting part, moving very smoothly from development to the industrialization and to the series production. Everything is in one hand. We are able to shorten your time to market, and your time to market is mandatory if you want to have a performing business case. The system level thinking in all engineering projects is one of the most relevant topics, one of the most important one. Why? Because these devices that we are talking, they are not in a world just by themselves, just alone, but they are embedded in a system. This system can be also seen at the wearable level, which is quite a complex device by itself, combining mechanics and optics and communication and low power management and ultra miniaturization. Nobody wants to wear a huge device on their arm. At Cicor, we can help with getting this system vision from the very beginning of the development, simply because we have the understanding of the different parts of the device from the very start of the development. In other words, we can understand what are going to be the interactions between the different elements of the device, being mechanics, being the electronic hardware, being the internal software that runs in the device, we call it firmware, or being the management of the different supply elements that we need to handle here. Selection of the right components, for instance, in order to be able to produce the device in time. What can we not do without? The answer is very simple. It is the team. It is simply that none of us is able to cover the complexity of all these elements, interactions, sourcing, multi-site partnership. None of us is able to do it. So, working in a team and working in a team with people who accept this type of challenges is the thing that we can definitely not do without. The team, seen not as a development team, but seen as a whole, it's the only thing that is absolutely mandatory to be able to fulfill this kind of work that we do.